So I haven't had any content to upload, and that is because I quit working on my hardcore Iron Man and I went back to my main account and I've been doing farming, which is super weird because I actually hated farming. It was by far one of my least favorite skills next to rune crafting, and rune crafting wouldn't be so bad if the experience was higher, but just due to the fact that the experience is so low, I really hate rune crafting, and that's why it's the only stat I don't have to at least 70. Now, I got really lucky. As you can see, I got my first pet finally at level 115. I got it at 86 farming. I got Tangleroot. And I know people that with like 20 million XP that still don't have it. I think it's fair since I don't have any pets yet. You know, I boss a lot too. So the reason I've been on this farming thing is because the fastest way, if you don't know, to get to the farming guild is to use the teleport here at your house, unless you have 99 farming already. I've like really been enjoying farming since the farming guild update, and that's because here at Guildmaster Jane you can do contracts, and basically she'll just give you something to plant. Afterwards you'll get a reward, which is seeds. So right now I'm growing the torso, which is cool because I'm already growing that. That requires 75 farming or 85, something like that. And in turn she gives you these seed packs, which have tons of seeds in them. And I've been saving these up. I want to do a video just undoing like a bunch of these and just see what all I get, how much it is. There's different levels. There's like 45, 65, and 85. So if you don't have the seeds, you know, maybe if you're an Iron Man. But the farming guild is really nice because it requires 85 to get in here. And this is a lot to go over, so I know I'm going to miss a lot of stuff here, but this is just kind of a quick overview. If you haven't seen the farming guild, you got your flower patch, your berries, snape grass, which is an awesome update because these are 82 XP each, and I get like 6 to 8,000 XP from like one of these sometimes with the Addis plant, which is another thing I'm going to go over in a second. Your potato patch, what I just talked about, the Addis plant. Over here, you know, there's a new farming boss, or if you don't know, it's called the Hespori. And basically, when you're doing farming randomly throughout RuneScape, you'll get a Hespori seed, and you go in this cave, and you don't got to worry about anything. Nothing's going to kill you down here. Go into the cave, you plant your Hespori. All you need is a seed dipper and a shovel. No compost or anything. It will never die, and it gives like 13,000 experience. I can make a guide later fighting it if anyone's interested. It's really easy. But the Hespori drops seeds once you kill it that go in here. There's a couple different seeds, but I only use the Addis one, and this one increases the yield of all your crops. I'm not sure if that stacks with the extra 10% you get from the magical sectors. I can definitely tell a difference that I get way more crops, so I'm assuming it does because I get way more herbs now. Like I said, the snape grass I get a ton of. But anyway, so let's go over here. The only thing over here is herb, Addis, and magic. And over here you have your berries, cactus, regular patches. So up here in the level 85 portion, you have this new tree called a Celastrus. And what this does is it makes a tree that you can chop down. You have to use an axe. And you want to use compost with this because you'll get more limbs off of it. And you can fletch the limbs into battle staves. It's usually just enough to like pay for the tree itself, which goes for like 80k. And then over here I have a spirit tree. And then they have these new dragon fruit trees, which give you like over 17k XP each. And then at level 90, you can plant a giant redwood, which is actually pretty cheap. It kind of has a long grow time, and I don't think the experience is even as good as the dragon fruit, but still, why not have everything planted if you're going for 99, which is what I'm doing. So the last thing I want to go over, so here is my farming tab, and here you can see the Hespori seeds. I've spent a lot of money so far. Like, this is not, if you're going for 99 farming the way I am, planting everything maximum, like I'm doing calquat, spirit, mahogany. Calquats are cheap. Magics, dragon fruit, these are really expensive, guys. So if you're gonna do it in an affordable way, I would say plant papaya trees. I think those are probably the most affordable. They give 6,000 XP, so it's a significant reduction, but you're still gonna get pretty decent XP. So just do papayas and, you know, all the farming patches you can. These are some of the herbs. You can see I've done 7,000 snapes. These white lilies, those are kind of expensive. Once again, you will make some money off the white berries, the cactus, which I've been using that's payment for the Celastrus tree. These are payment for the spirit tree. What I really want to go over was on Runelite. Runelite is super helpful for farming because, as you can see here, I can pull up all of my trees, everything I'm growing, and see like, you know, what's done, what's not done. So it gives you the time they'll be done. Super duper helpful. And then another thing you can do is you can set up tabs over here for, you can tag certain items. So it's like having a separate tab without having to go through and pick everything out. So like here I have these items tagged. So magic sapling, for example, edit tags, it says tree. Everything in my tree tab, you know, I go here, I pick out what I want because sometimes, you know, things grow at different times. So This is for my regular patches. This is for my fruit tree. This is for Fossil Island, for your mahogany saplings, which give 30k, 35k each, or 35k for 3 trees. They just take kind of a while to grow. And then coconut payment, poison ivy for calquat, and mage trees. I can do a separate video on like how I actually do my farming run later if anyone's actually interested. Long story short, I just want to say I've been doing farming and I really actually enjoy it now. Like it's definitely one of my new favorite skills. Once I get 99, I guess I'm going to be kind of bored with that. I would say for just mage trees and the dragon fruit trees, I get about 220, 250,000 XP, and that's pretty fast because they grow. The mage trees grow pretty quick. I think they grow faster than the fruit trees. The XP has just been like astronomical. You do that, and then the rest of your trees, and then the patches, like you can keep a constant like 300 to 500,000 XP going, so long as you're like constantly on top of it. It takes like a lot of organization and money to get it that way. So I'm not saying everyone can do this, obviously. Like I'm not gonna BS you. If you do get it set up like the way I have, you can really make it go fast. Like I was just 70 like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, 70 or 75, and here I am at 90. I know if I can do it, and I've never looked up a guide or anything. Like I figured out what works for me, and you got to do what works for you, I guess. But this is how I'm doing it, and Runelite is super helpful. If you're interested in like anything farming related, leave a comment below, and I'll answer the questions for you. Or if there's like a farming type guide you want me to do, or like how I do something.